What's up guys, welcome to Superwise. I'm John and I just got out of seeing Thor, Love and Thunder. I was incredibly hyped for this movie. I adore Ragnarok. I rewatched it today and man, it was a high bar. Guys, I adore this movie. It was a vibrant, fun blast with emotion, with heart. It had everything I wanted in it. I couldn't be happier. I have no idea why this movie is so divisive. It is just Ragnarok, but more. Let's start off with the directing. The directing is great. Once again, Taika brings vision and flair to the MCU. It is vibrant, it's always interesting to look at. This movie, Thor Ragnarok, Doctor Strange the Multiverse of Madness, and Eternals, these are the most visually pleasing movies out of the entire MCU. Quickly, let's talk about the score by Michael Giacchino. Once again, the GOAT does it again. He brings an awesome rock vibe to it. He knows how to make the somber moments really emotional. The jokes in this movie are hilarious. I mean, it's subjective, but for me, it totally worked. I love how Stormbreaker being jealous of Thor and Mjolnir, that past relationship is an ongoing gag. I love that. Also, Korg's flashbacks are really funny when he's talking about Thor and Jane and why they broke up. And it shows Thor and Jane in an argument and Thor is freaking out. You leave me with all this? And Jane's like, it's 2 plates. Oh my god, that was probably the funniest joke of the movie. The heart of the movie is the romance between Thor and Jane, them getting back together. I love that. It's tragic because I was invested in the relationship, but she has cancer. Thor is afraid of commitment, but he's done. He wants to live in the moment, and he finally wants to be with Jane, but that can't happen. I love that moment when Thor's talking to Jane in the hospital, and he's like, I love you, I can't lose you, you can't pick up Mjolnir, but she does it anyway. She sacrifices herself. It's sad. It's beautiful, but sad. Before we get into the acting and the characters, let's quickly talk about the action because, man, it was awesome. The first scene with Thor wrecking stuff behind the backdrop of Guns N' Roses' Welcome to the Jungle was badass. And the final fight where Thor gives the power to the kids, that was a really funny scene because kids are using toys to defeat the shadow monsters that Gore put out there. It was funny, but it was really cool. While we're on the subject, I found it really awesome that the movie incorporated Heimdall's son. The acting was great all around. Of course, Chris Hemsworth is funny as ever as Thor. Natalie Portman was really great as Mighty Thor. Tessa Thompson, Valkyrie, good. Taika Waititi as Korg, funny. Russell Crowe as Zeus, funny and good. The Guardians appearance was fun, wasn't anything major, but it was cool to get that crossover. Chris Pratt, awesome as always. Seeing Kraglin was really funny too. Finally, Christian Bale as Gore the God Butcher. He's a good villain. He's sympathetic, you understand where he's coming from. That was established in the opening scene and you feel for him. You understand where he's coming from. Christian Bale was sometimes a little too goofy, but overall I thought he gave a very good, menacing performance. I mean, Gore in the movie is scary, hiding in the shadows with his yellow eyes. It was really effective. And I loved the ending where Thor finds his purpose, and that is his new daughter, Gore's daughter. He's raising her. He's a father to her. I love that. That really melted my heart, and I hope it's continued in a Thor 5. Those post-credit scenes, the first one introduces Hercules to the MCU. He was name-dropped earlier in the movie, and I was like, yep, they're gonna show him. And they do show him, played by Brett Goldstein. I'm very excited to see him in future Marvel movies. The second post-credit scene shows Jane living on in the afterlife in Valhalla, and she sees Heimdall. Idris Elba returns, and I found that awesome. And I love this post-credit scene because if and when Thor dies, he will finally be reunited with Jane, and that's going to be an emotional, beautiful moment. Lastly, the cameos were awesome. We saw Sif back, and now she's in New Asgard. We see Darcy, Eric Selvig, who we haven't seen in a long time, so these cameos were nice. Also, Matt Damon, Sam Elliott, and Luke Hemsworth reprised their respective roles as the Asgardian actors, this time reenacting the Ragnarok moment where Hela destroys Thor's hammer. It was really funny to see them again. Overall, Thor Love and Thunder is an absolute fun, emotional, heartfelt blast. I don't get any of the hate towards this movie. Bravo, Marvel Studios. This is working. Phase 4, these different types of projects and stories, they are working. I'm really digging what we're getting. I love this movie, adore this movie, cannot wait to see this movie again. The film came out today, kind of officially comes out tomorrow, but what did you guys think if you saw the movie? Did you love it? Do you think it's better than Thor Ragnarok? Or do you think it's a disappointment and Ragnarok is better? Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. That'll be all for me. Remember my catchphrase, guys. Stay super wise.